Welcome to the 176th edition of Make Pro Wrestling Majestic. Again, I am Tiger Heights.
He's trying to change the format on me, and I'm not really a fan
We've
of that.
always done drama first.
No, well, sometimes, but when there are two pay-per-views, usually we start off with the first pay-per-view.
Whatever.
But it's fine. It's whatever. Yeah.
That's Peanut Gallery. And let's talk about the drama, because we've always started with the drama, because there was a lot of it.
Yes, there was.
There was a lot of drama, a lot of just scorched earth on social media that spilled over into other parts of the wrestling community, where one of them, I will say, though this is Baron Corbin, I cannot pronounce his last name.
Pestock.
Is it Pestock? Is it that simple? So Tom Pestock basically put out a series of tweets stating that Rey Fenix should honor his contract. And it's like, he doesn't have much of a choice.
Right.
He's not going and working for WWE right now, dude. This whole thread that you put out there was a complete waste of time where you look stupid. Mm-hmm. It's like they're literally trapping him into the contract. He's going to fulfill the contract, but he's not being used on TV because he's being punished. It's not like Phoenix has an option here. So this whole thing was dumb for every sense of the word.
Yep.
People want Tony Khan because within the contract, and it has been specified that the whole adding on time is an option for Tony Khan to use.
That's always been an option for wrestling contracts.
Right. And he did do that. And people are like, just let Rey Fenix go. He wants to leave your company. There's no point on continuing to pay him. That's the problem. Mm-hmm. The problem isn't Rey Fenix is just doing whatever he wants.
Right.
Is that he's being trapped. So, I mean, this is just indicative of how much, Dave Meltzer's has been out of touch. He has been on a warpath recently. Not only has he been putting out the dumbest tweets pretty much ever, but even on their show, F4W, he has just been saying the most outlandish, stupid things. I would play a clip for you, but apparently they're going on a little mass flagging campaign.
Oh, fun stuff.
So we're not going to put that on there. He has been destroyed multiple times by multiple people. I just thought Corderis's was just awesome. Just awesome. But this is just one of many people within the IWC, primarily on Twitter, because Twitter is just sort of that cesspool. But that's just the nature of Twitter. You don't post that like this on Facebook. You kind of do, but it doesn't have
it doesn't have the impact.
It doesn't have the public platform that Twitter does. Same thing with Instagram. You post pictures. That's the purpose of it. So Twitter really has this sort of very unique twist on social media where this dumb shit can be put out. And that's why I always do tweets. It's because it is the epicenter of a lot of this stuff being exposed.
Yes.
It's a great place for that. So I'm glad that it's not, it's going away. Let's talk about AR Fox, or AR Gold.
Yeah.
AR Fox. He wrestled on the show. So AR Fox, Ibou.
You mean AR Gold? He said
AR Gold. Did I say it again? Yeah. I'm so used to it. It's like AR. My mind is like Fox.
This is Air Gold.
It's Air Gold.
Yes, I have heard a lot of drama about this one too.
Yeah. So Air Gold was on a space with Twitter space with Sean Ross Sapp because Air Gold has been putting out a lot of false information throughout the course of this week.
And what is this false information about specifically?
So he talked about stuff apparently that Fightful put out, but they never did. Rumor mill stuff. He really was on Ibou's ass as it relates to the whole Britt Baker situation.
And we're going to talk a little bit about that one too, because that's another thing that happened this week.
Apparently. Sean Ross Sapp blew Air Gold up to where he actually deactivated the Air Gold Twitter account. Now he is Air is Elite on social media, and he's trying to make this comeback. It's like, dude, just stop. It's ridiculous. He's trying to start beef with a lot of people. It's ridiculous, but yeah, he's been canceled. He should be off. I think whoever his handler is should not be there anymore. There's no way that this is not a man, by the way. This has to be a dude. So here's another thing that I think was kind of swept under the rug, and it should be talked about because I did verify this. AEW is under an investment group that was started around well, I'm not sure if it was around the same time, but the
reason that they have this, I think, is because of there was another business that Tony had been involved in with his sister that started Beatnik Investments.
Right.
So I don't think that AEW was affected by this necessarily. I know it's under this banner, but it was related to something that wasn't AEW.
Well, yeah, it was in 2022. They went into bankruptcy, Chapter 7 bankruptcy with that other company, like what Eric Bischoff is saying here, and with Chapter 7 liquidations. And because it's an investment group, they don't have any sort of stake in the game. People put the money within the investment group, and they release the properties that are doing that. That is, oh God, what's his name? Berkshire Hathaway. That's the same thing, except that person is competent. That's Warren Buffett's company, right? Is Berkshire? Yeah, that's what I thought. But this is really this should be scary for anybody who likes AEW. Because if push comes to shove, if the company just goes kaput, guess what? Tony Khan could just say, fuck you, close it, and everybody else has to deal with the problem.
Yeah.
It's so scummy. I mean,
this is how business does, though.
Right. And it's like, well, what about TKO and Endeavor? Yeah, but they're publicly traded.
Yeah.
This investment group is not publicly traded.
No.
They can do whatever the hell they want.
Yeah, they don't have to answer to investors.
Yeah, and that is the scary part. I mean, even though it's an investment group, it's not publicly traded. You have to go to them directly.
Right.
Where you can make a lot of money off of these investment groups. Like, you really can. I wouldn't trust Tony Khan to run a lemonade stand, given how he's been fucking running AEW to the fucking ground. I think Shahid is more involved with the Jacksonville Jaguars and the soccer league.
He is an analyst with the Jacksonville Jaguars, but I think
Tony or Shahid?
Tony's a football analyst.
He's a football. Who's trusting Coke? Who's trusting Snowman to do any sort of The dude can't even do a company correctly. This company that was almost fucking bulletproof. AEW was like on gigantic waves of success. 2019, 2020, and even part of 2021. And for some reason, because he wants to be the center of fucking attention, the company is going down.
Well, there we go.
This should be absolutely terrifying, and people just ignored it.
Yeah.
Just ignored it. And finally, I think this is finally for me. Yep. Okay, so Britt Baker was the big one.
Yes.
For Ibou's downfall. So Ibou has been putting out the rumor mill that Britt Baker was unfaithful to Adam Cole, which led to their separation. I cannot confirm that they're separating.
I can confirm that they have separated.
Oh, they have.
They are no longer a couple.
Oh, okay. But if she says that she never cheated on anybody, that's what you have to do.
You have to trust that because that's coming from the source.
Right. She responded to him directly. I had the Charlotte Flair one because Dave Meltzer put out weird shit about Charlotte and she discredited him. But I love that these wrestlers are starting to fight back against these journalists. I mean, we're not here that I am certainly not a journalist by any stretch of the imagination.
Right.
I don't give enough of a shit to do that. These jokes that I made about Britt Baker sucking Tony Khan's cock, it's clearly a lie.
Right.
I'm not trying to dispose that information as truth.
Right.
There's a big difference between what I'm doing because it's preposterous.
Right.
Now, if she is doing that, that's weird as fuck, but they are consenting adults. I don't care.
Right.
But it's obviously satire. It's obviously a joke. So
Right.
that's why they haven't come after me, because I'm obviously a satirist. So
Right.
I just love the downfall of these absolute dorks online. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. I can't wait, because Ibou, I believe as of right now, his Twitter account is protected. So he's probably going to try to run. I'm pretty sure Fightful are sweating bullets that they hired this idiot to be. I think he's with Sap doing reviews after the show.
Fun stuff.
So that's sort of what we have for drama. Lots of nice little fun. Like, there has been a lot of it, but it's been very consolidated to a couple of people recently. So that's sort of why it's like, okay, there's been a lot going on. And if I sat here and detailed every single aspect of the drama going on,
We'd be here forever.
Exactly. So that is it for drama. Peanut Gallery's got some news, and we will go into that here in a second.
Yay.